This interview contains sensitive subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised. A private member's bill is looking to address the issue of age and consent in the pornography industry. MP Arnold Viersen reintroduced Bill C-270, the Stopping Internet Sexual Exploitation Act, or SISE, last week. It would implement recommendation number 2 of the 2021 Ethics Committee report on MindGeek, which would require pornography producers and distributors to verify the age and consent of each person depicted. It would also prevent the distribution of pornographic material when consent has been withdrawn. MindGeek is the Montreal-based parent company of Pornhub and has been connected to videos of sex trafficking, assault, and child pornography victims being posted to its website. This has led to multiple class action lawsuits against the company, valued at hundreds of millions of dollars. Well, joining us now to tell us more about Bill C-270 and how it could help prevent the sexual exploitation of minors and unwilling participants is MP Arnold Viersen, Conservative Member of Parliament for Peace River, Westlock in Alberta. Sir, welcome back to Forum Daily.
Well, thank you so much for having me. Great to be here.
So we've got a lot to unpack in just about 4 minutes, sir. Let's start with the current state of the pornography industry following these multiple class action lawsuits filed against MindGeek in the past 2 years.
Yeah, so the lawsuits do continue across the country, although the Ethics Committee hearings that happened back in 2021 did make it so that Pornhub pulled over 80% of their content off of the internet, and in my opinion, that was a good thing, after MasterCard and Visa both ended their relationship with that big company.
All right, MP Viersen, let's jump to Bill C-270. How would that prevent in the exploitation of minors and unwilling participants?
Yeah, so currently in the law in Canada, it is illegal to share underage images. It's illegal to share non-consensual images. So we're not changing the law in that respect. What we're doing is we're bringing in a corporate responsibility law that would require companies or outfits that were posting videos to provide or maintain documentation for both age and consent. So currently what happens is that if there's a suspected video of either non-consensual images or underage images, the police have to prove those things. This would just reverse that onus and say, we suspect this video is underage or non-consensual. Can you provide us the documentation of the age of the person and the consent of the person?
All right. So what other steps would pornography producers and distributors need to take to confirm the age and consent of participants?
Yeah, so I'm leaving it open. The bill doesn't say what they would have to do. It would just be that they would have to provide the documentation upon request by a peace officer, whatever that, and however they want to store that would be up to their decision. And it would allow for the minister, whichever minister is responsible for it, probably public safety minister, to allow them to make regulations as to the form of that particular documentation.
All right, sir. Well, we also know there's a huge issue around revenge porn or pornography posted by ex-partners of victims. So would this bill address revenge porn in particular?
100%. So currently, non-consensual images are illegal to be posted. This would help so that if anybody that's uploading images, they would have to have the form that says I consent to my image being shared. That in and of itself would help to prevent these images from ever getting to the internet. If they violate that, if they don't have the documentation, there is a criminal charge that comes with failing to maintain the documentation for these videos. So that if someone's not consenting to their image being shared, and they don't have the company that's sharing it doesn't have the documentation for that, there would be a criminal charge. So it would definitely help in that situation.
And have you received any responses from the federal government or federal officials regarding this bill so far?
Not so much. The government keeps talking about their online harms bill. We're hoping that this kind of a mechanism would be included in their online harms bill that they've tried to tried to introduce 3 times now, and each time it hasn't worked out for them. They've continued to talk about a 24-hour takedown. We don't think that these images should be on the internet for even 24 hours. And so this policy would likely help to ensure that those images never end up on the internet in the first place.
All right, MP Viersen, a quick 45 seconds left here, but is there any way that the Canadian viewers watching us right now can get involved in this?
100%. You can contact my office. I have about about a monthly email that I send out, keeping everybody up to date onto how the fight against pornography is going in Canada, and I'd love to have folks engage with that. Reach out to your local organizations. There's many organizations across the country that are working to fight pornography, working to fight against human trafficking and modern day slavery, right in your own community. Help them out in your own community, and ensure that when you're casting your vote in whatever election, that you're talking to the people that you're voting for to ensure that they are aware of these issues.
All right, MP Viersen, thank you again for joining us today on Forum Daily.
It's always my pleasure.
We'll be right back shortly.